I have been debating on getting male enhancement for quite a few years, probably 5 to 8 years, off and on, looking up a lot of research as far as the different ones that I was going to go for. There's one that was in Beverly Hills that's called the Pneuma. I've read and talked to some people on forums about them that have had it done. It's been good and bad, mixed results for that one. I decided to come to Imago. Thank you, I always butcher it. I liked the idea of the procedure, how it was a little bit more natural, a little bit more, instead of invasive, going completely under the knife, being awake the whole time. It just seemed a little bit better for my idea of what I was going for. Growing up, it was just kind of that locker room issue going on. I wasn't too small, but I wasn't the massive man in the room. So for me, it was always a curiosity. And then up until about 2 years ago, the main reason I actually opted to do it is I thought it was ED at first, but I went and had tests done on that and it wasn't. I just was starting to not get the feeling and pleasurable. So yeah, I kind of opted in as well to do it because I was reading online that because of the enhancement that it actually makes it, it's not that it builds any of the neurons or something in, but it actually could make it feel more intense and help with that, and it does help quite a bit. So that was the main leap and jump for it. I have been through 2 full procedures now. The first one was by far the most awkward. Right when you come in, they're funny, they're easy to get along with. I just felt right at home. It was just a very natural process. There was no uncomfortable. I mean, probably the most uncomfortable thing is, dropping your pants. Once you get through the first 2 weeks of the procedure, it starts becoming a lot more natural of what you're doing. For me, as a single male, it was the wrap, and then obviously the no intercourse is a little tough, but the wrap is probably the most key point of the whole procedure. I'm pretty covered in tattoos, and I can tell you that it was probably one of the easiest things I've ever done in my life. I had no pain especially in the first procedure. The second procedure, I had a tiny bit of pain when they first gave it, just the lidocaine to kind of numb it. Other than that, again, it was completely painless the second time as well. I'm actually debating on getting a third procedure. When I first came in, thought I would only get 1 and decided to get 2, and it just kind of, the more it happened, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a third one again. The results have been great. I have had the pleasure of using it since then, and I can tell from the first, I didn't even let the individual know that I actually had it, and it was definitely a different experience for both of us. So, in a very positive side. So I can say, as a man that was a little bit more insecure, that was a huge boost for me all the way around. The insecurities are completely gone. Probably even added a little bit too much of an ego and a confidence boost. But even in bed, there has been an enhancement. I can say for me that was probably the biggest gain. Feeling wise, just even performance, it's just been way better. And to have someone actually tell you that, they can tell a difference, that's a huge boost, and it helps when you're doing it. I'm not one that wants to be, and I'm going to say this in a very blunt matter, a Coke can, but I do like the idea of being, a little bit more well-girthed. You just come in and do it. If you've already been debating it for as long as I was, and you're kind of looking at the different procedures, this one was by far the easiest one that I could see online, and it was just absolutely, I mean, again, it's flawless. To me, this was the one to go with, and I would absolutely recommend it 110%. Painless, and the results are amazing.